Have you ever wondered why we can see the sun and the moon so clearly, but struggle to spot smaller objects far away? Let's dive into this fascinating topic. First, let's talk about size. The sun is enormous, about 1.4 million kilometers in diameter. That's roughly 109 times the size of Earth. The moon, while smaller at about 3,474 kilometers across, is still large enough to reflect a significant amount of sunlight. When we look up at the sky, these celestial bodies are not just points of light, they're massive objects that occupy a considerable angular size in our field of vision. Now, what do we mean by angular size? Angular size refers to how large an object appears to our eyes from a certain distance. The sun and the moon both have an angular size of about half a degree. To put that into perspective, if you hold your thumb up at arm's length, it covers about the same amount of sky. This is why they appear so prominent against the vastness of the sky. Next, let's discuss brightness. The sun is the brightest object in our sky, emitting an incredible amount of light due to the nuclear fusion happening in its core. This intense light travels approximately 150 million kilometers to reach us, illuminating the sky and making the sun unmistakable. The moon, on the other hand, doesn't produce its own light. Instead, it reflects sunlight. Even though it's just a reflection, the moon can still shine brightly enough to be seen clearly, especially during a full moon. Now, consider smaller objects, like a distant tree or a building. They simply don't emit or reflect enough light to compete with the sun or the moon. Their angular size is much smaller, making them harder to see from a distance. Imagine trying to spot a tiny ant on the ground from a few meters away. The ant is small, and even if it's brightly colored, it can easily get lost against the ground. Similarly, smaller objects in the distance lack the size and brightness to stand out against the vast backdrop of the sky. Let's use a fun analogy. Think of the sun and moon as giant flashlights shining in the sky. The sun is like a massive spotlight, illuminating everything around it, while the moon is like a mirror reflecting that light. Now, picture trying to find a small candle flickering far away in the dark. It's tough, right? That's how it feels when we try to see smaller objects in the distance compared to the bright, large celestial bodies. So, the next time you gaze up at the sky and marvel at the sun or the moon, remember the incredible size, brightness, and angular size that make them so visible. It's a beautiful reminder of the wonders of our universe. If you found this explanation enlightening, please like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. Your support helps us explore more fascinating topics together.